Hello, everyone. Lord Daimyo here, and today I am back with the second to last Pokemon Generation tier list, and it's Generation 2, saving the debatable best for last Generation 1. But today I am joined with a new friend, NintenCisco. How are you, sir?
Hey, NintenCisco here. Thanks for having me on this tier list show.
Oh, thank you for coming on. So, we've never really spoken before, and
It's our first time.
I know, and it's like we're already good friends because you love Pikmin just like I do,
Mm-hmm.
and Pokemon, and
Oh yeah.
generally most things Nintendo. I mean, I'm not a huge Star Fox fan. How about you?
Uh I mean, is there even enough games to be a fan?
Oh, yeah,
Now,
that's
I
true.
love Star Fox, but I'm waiting on a new game. I just feel like Star Fox always gets the last short end of the stick, unfortunately.
I
I
mean,
love Star Fox.
that's true, but I also grew up on Star Fox Adventure, so you could see how I
Star Fox Adventure.
you see how I didn't
Me
like Star
too.
Fox. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I understand.
well, Generation 2. So, I mean, I'm an old guy, so I started with Generation 1. So I still remember being hyped for Gold and Silver when they came out. What about you? Are you.
I got into Pokemon um, kind of in that transition from Johto to Gen 2 to Gen 3. So
Mm,
there was like that time where it was like the Master Quest anime and like,
hmm
Crystal, and then it was transitioning to Ruby and Sapphire. I think that's when I was getting into Pokemon. And then my first game was Emerald, and I was just buying all the other games after I got my Game Boy.
Yeah, I remember that time. That's when I stopped playing Pokemon a lot. When Ruby and Sapphire came out, they were just, I was getting too old and they just weren't getting fun. But Diamond and Pearl brought me back in, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gen 2, this is super fun. So, if you guys haven't seen my tier lists before, what we're going to do is rank each Pokemon not according to any one particular thing, just, if they have good stats, if they were really cool in the anime, if their design looks cool, or maybe we have some sort of emotional feeling about them when we played them in the games or whatever. Um, we will be doing mostly the family if it's in Gen 2. Gen 2 is really weird where they added a bunch of new evolutions. So in those cases, we will be doing just the Gen 2 Pokemon. So Pichu, for example, no Pikachu or Raichu. So, and then of course, if you guys don't know, S is awesome, F is horrible, and I figure this might be a little top heavy for me. I don't know about you, but
It's probably going to be top heavy for sure.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So
Gen 2's got to be one of the best designs. So they're all good.
yeah, still those old classic designs, but still fairly modern-ish. So yeah, I like them too. So let's jump into it. What Pokemon did you start with in your Gen 2 games?
I started off with Typhlosion or Cyndaquil. Like
Cyndaquil?
as a kid, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as a kid, my first ever episode of Pokemon was when Ash was fighting a Skarmory with a Cyndaquil.
Mm.
Like that. So I've always had that connection with Cyndaquil. I would draw all these little illustrations with me and Cyndaquil. And so that was like my first favorite Pokemon. So definitely, I gotta put it in the S tier.
Ooh, okay, way up there for you. I
Typhlosion's insane.
yeah, pretty cool. I always chose Totodile. I mean, that was my guy. I really don't like fire types too much. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and Chikorita, Meganium, and Bayleaf just look so dumb. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I like Chikorita and Bayleaf a lot, but I don't like the Meganium very much.
yeah,
Just kind of forgettable for me.
I know. I mean, that whole family is probably one of my least favorite starters. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think the only thing worse would be like the Delphox line for me. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Same.
I mean, if we're starting with Meganium, I mean, me personally, I'd go to like D, E. I mean, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, man, it's tough. Because I would like to put it in C just because I really like Bayleaf's design and like Chikorita, but um, man, we're gonna have a lot of Pokemon on those higher tiers, and seeing how Meganium's gonna be, I don't know. Maybe we could put it as a placeholder first, like maybe put it in C, and then see
Okay,
how we feel when we start filling up these tiers.
okay.
We might want to lower it.
We can certainly do that. I
Um,
think most of my videos start with placing the first Pokemon in C tier. So yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Here's where I think it'll get tough. I mean, I do like Cyndaquil a lot. I wouldn't say S tier though, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Then, well, I also think Feraligatr is like S tier. Like
okay,
I love Feraligatr. Like, oh man. I mean, that whole line is super badass, right? Like, as you have the Totodile, the
hmm
Croconaw, the Feraligatr, it's insane.
I
Uh,
agree. I mean, but for me, it's just, I mean, the Gen 2 starters are, they're kind of, I don't know, they're all monotypes. They're
hmm
all kind of just plain. There's really, I mean, in my eyes, these two are kind of around the same. I mean, I've got a bias towards Totodile, but I mean, Cyndaquil's also good, but they're just kind of,
They're the same for me too.
yeah. I mean, they're
Yeah.
just about. So I mean, I'd be good with them both being in S or A. I mean, I wouldn't say S for me, but I mean, if you're super strong on S,
Mhm. Well, yeah, it's like I think that it's interesting, like what we talked about earlier about how do you rank them, because there is like that, because you said you were more into the competitive Pokemon,
yeah, yeah,
and like I can totally see from a competitive standpoint, because I do a little bit of competitive,
hmm
I can totally see from competitive standpoint that it would definitely not be S. But like I look at those guys and I think my like childhood, I think about like
yeah, oh
the
yeah,
anime and
yeah,
all that stuff, the toys, all of that, right? And so immediately, like my bias is like S tier. I'm also an artist, so like I look at that stuff and I'm like, oh man,
yeah.
I love their designs. Um, but I'm totally cool with putting them in A for
Okay.
now, because there's definitely some other Pokemon that I am like for sure S tier.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because when I'm looking at some of these, I go, there are quite a few that are far superior to these two in my mind. So I think if
Yeah,
there are that many that are so superior, these would have to be A tier. So you're fine with A?
yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll put
Okay.
them in. I'm down to put them in A because they changed Typhlosion's sprite and made him look super lame.
Oh yeah, I
So
know. Yeah.
I just thought about that.
Yeah, that's very true. And yeah, him standing up and without the fire on his back in these newer games, he looks so.
That's bad. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
bad.
so bad. Yeah, it's quite a tragedy. Okay, let's jump into Fret. Um,
Oof.
yeah, I mean, what I do for this one is I'm just looking at the other regional rodents,
hmm
and I'm kind of basing them off of that. I mean, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I look at. I mean, I do everything Pokemon. So there's so many
Yeah,
things. I as soon as you bring in Sentret, all I think about is like that 10-hour loop of Sentret walking around, the
oh,
walking animation, and
yeah,
that
yeah.
instantly makes me want to tier it high. But yeah, no. Other than that, Sentret never really stood out for me. I've never used it. I've never
hmm
really cared for it.
hmm
Um, I remember it from like I think it was this Celebi movie. I think I don't remember. Yeah, for me, I don't really care for Ferret that much. I know some people are diehard fans, but I don't really care.
I don't know how. I mean, I think the only good thing about Furret is that mini game on Pokemon Stadium 2 where you are doing like the hungry hippo, where you're knocking Pokeballs in the hole with a Furret. That's about it. I mean, and I mean, like I was saying, I think Raticate's better. Bibarel is better. I mean, Watchog. So all these other regional rodents, I think, are a lot better. So I don't know, C or D for me is what I'd say. What about you?
I'm I would say let's put it in D, only because I know we're gonna go through a lot of Pokemon that we're gonna tier higher.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm just gonna put it in D just because it's like short end of the stick type of deal here.
Okay.
Ooh, you bringing in the towel.
Knocked out. So the regional bird, I mean, and it's quite the opposite with Ferd in my mind. I mean, I think Noctowl is up there with like Staraptor for me, for regional birds.
I think Noctowl is so extremely underrated.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever talks about Noctowl. I think it's one of the best designs. I think Noctowl is oh man, Noctowl is such a great Pokemon.
And the Hoot Hoot, I always remember when I was a kid, I'd be like, why does this owl just have one leg? Until you find out the lore of it's so fast, it's constantly like switching its legs, and it only looks like it
Yeah,
has one. I mean, that's just and the whole clock look on him, and I mean,
Hoothoot's great. I
yeah,
every time I see Hoothoot, I know I'm not gonna use it, but I always catch him because I just think he looks so cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Noctowl. I mean, I don't know, C or B for me. I think
I think that's definitely a B. I
okay.
can't place on the same as Meganium.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with a B. I'll pull these two kind of up next to each other because they're sort of a pair.
Mm,
Ledian and Ariados. Is there one that you prefer over the other?
man, I love bug types.
Oh, me. Oh my gosh, we already have so much in common. That's my favorite type. I mean, bug. I love bugs. So,
Bugs are awesome.
gosh.
I will have to say I would prefer. Man, I love both, but I think I'm gonna go with Lady, and just because I have so much memories with Ladybug,
Mm.
Yellow Darkness, and all that. So I think I don't know. I've always loved Ladybug. I think I shiny hunted one. It's
Ooh.
like just so fun.
I mean,
And then I love Spinner, but Spinner Aryados is like,
yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, I think stat wise, I think Ledian's, I don't know, a little better. Doesn't it learn like something crazy like Mach Punch or something? Comet Punch. It
it
learns,
does no Rock Punch.
yeah,
I think.
and Mach Punch. Yeah, Mach Punch and Comet Punch. But I mean, what good's that going to do on a Ledian? But still, I mean, I think it's a whole lot better than Janine's signature Pokemon. Come on.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I like Ledian more. I mean, I'd want to go probably Ledian B or C and Ariados C or D. I mean, what do you think?
I'm thinking that too. I think Ladian with. That's a good question.
Hmm.
Because when you put it next to Noctowl, I think nah.
Yeah, I think Noctowl is better, but because I mean these are kind of lowly bugs. I mean, as much as I love bugs, I would never use any of these because they're just
Yeah,
so
I
pathetically
would.
weak.
Yeah, I would put Ladian in C and Ariados in D. I think.
I'm fine with that. I'm
I
absolutely
think
fine.
just again, I'm placing these with the mentality of we got a lot of Pokemon to sort through. We gotta. I'm not gonna be so generous
Oh,
with a lot of them.
yeah,
You know.
I agree. I agree. Okay, here's our first new evolution, Crobat. So we're only basing it off of Crobat, no Zubat or Golbat, so none of the annoyingness of the Zubat.
Yeah,
I mean, I love Crobat.
I'm a huge fan of
Oh, great, great,
Crobat.
great. I mean, you kind of
I
have to be to own one because they evolve through friendship. So
That's true.
yeah,
Man, oh man, what the Brock? He had the Crobat. I thought he was so
pity.
cool. And then I also had Crobat. I just had Crobat in my main team for Pokemon Legends.
Oh,
Uh, and I believe in Fire Red or I think it was Fire Red. I had a Crobat.
I
So
I mean, anytime Zubat's early, I'm always going for that Crobat.
yeah,
I mean, it's just
absolutely.
pretty pretty good flying type, pretty good poison type. Its stats are pretty middling, but infiltrator's pretty all right. I mean, I just like bat Pokemon, so
I'm down for like A tier. I feel like I
yeah,
like it as much as like for Alligator and all of them.
that's what I was thinking too. Was A tier. So okay, Lantern. What do you think about Lantern?
I love the design. Design wise, I think Lantern's amazing, but I've just never cared for it in terms of like training one. I
Hmm.
do use it for shiny hunting because it has the ability to illuminate, and that helps me with like I think fishing. That way, because you break your chain for shiny hunting if you miss a fish, right? So Lantern helps with that. I believe that's what Lantern's eliminate does. I also use I usually use Octillery's suction cups, but I think Lantern
Oh
also does the same thing.
yeah, Illuminate doubles the wild encounter rate. So yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but other than that, I don't really care for. I don't
yeah.
really care.
I don't either. I mean, pretty cool typing, electric and water, and especially for the time when it came out in Gen 2, I think that was unique. Um, I mean that takes care of that ground weakness, but I mean it's just high HP, nothing else. I mean you like its design, I don't. I mean, what isn't it supposed to be like an anglerfish? Like,
uh,
I mean
I
that's what
think
it looks
yeah, I think it's
like.
supposed to. Yeah, I think it's supposed to like not necessarily be an anglerfish, but like kind of have that theme of like deep sea fish. I think
Yeah, but I mean
with
like
the lights and all that.
I always
But yeah,
thought
like
those anglerfish looked so scary with those teeth, and then this thing just looks round and dumb.
it's like a cute little like
Yeah,
dolphin thing.
yeah. So I mean, I'm not a fan of it, like really at all. So, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
thinking E.
I I mean, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
I don't I don't really have any emotional attachment to
Yeah.
that Pokemon.
Yeah.
I
Me
think the
neither.
design's really cool. But yeah, I'm down to put it
And I recognize that because otherwise, if it were just me, I'd have an F. But I mean, if you like that
in.
design so much, I'll go up to an E. I think that's
Yeah.
okay. Good compromise. Um, Pichu. So we got introduced to baby Pokemon in this generation.
Yeah.
Which I think baby Pokemon are just kind of useless. I mean,
Competitively, yeah. They were more meant just to be like cute. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure it was more of a marketing thing.
Yeah, well, I
Uh
mean, originally, I mean, the first couple generations, it's like, egg moves. That's the only way you can get egg moves, and now that's just kind of like irrelevant.
yeah, there's no
And
really point.
yeah, I mean, so I mean, most of these baby Pokemon, not a fan of. Um, so Pichu, I mean, isn't the lore it hurts itself whenever it uses an attack?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it does. And in Smash Brothers, it always
yeah, it
hurts
does.
itself too.
See, man,
But
get
I don't
on
know.
with it.
It's hard because Pichu being the baby of Pikachu, it's like the biggest mascot, of Pokemon. It's hard for me to think about placing it so low too.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, I mean, I'd initially go just for the respect of its family lineage. I'd say a C tier, but
D,
I mean,
yeah.
otherwise, it's just a super weak electric Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it that way, sure. I'm thinking of more on the levels of just like the overall what the Pokemon stands for, right? I'm thinking about everything Pichu has ever been featured in. I'm like, woo, what a such a
Yeah,
big like face of Pokemon and stuff.
sure, I can.
And then the fact it's in Smash Brothers as well just makes me immediately think like B, B, maybe not A, but like B or C. I
Mm,
think will. I
okay.
definitely can't lower. I can't rank it lower like in the D or E. That's gonna feel weird.
Yeah, yeah, no, I wouldn't go lower than C myself. I mean, I'd be hard pressed for B. I mean, it'd be a low B for me, but if you're strong enough about a B, we can put him in B.
Hmm. Um.
I mean, for me, yeah, it could be like a
I feel like
low
we're
B,
gonna have.
high C. I mean,
I'm good with high C,
okay, we'll keep
just
him in
because
C.
like it's more about the respect of the Pokemon. I
Uh,
don't really have an emotional attachment to Pichu, but
Me too. Yeah.
it's more about that respect of it. Like it's like,
Okay.
man, no, it's been appeared in everything.
Yeah.
Um.
I mean, I agree with you. Let's look at some more useless babies. Cleffa and Igglybuff. So,
I personally do not care about these two at all.
yeah, me neither. So, I mean, E or F. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, oof, man, are we? I think honestly, F.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I mean, yeah. Who
Just
else is gonna
because,
go there?
like, yeah, yeah, exactly. Who else is gonna be there?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about those Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Even design wise, I don't care. Like, there's just nothing about those Pokemon that
Mm-hmm.
ever like spoke out to me.
Just
Yeah,
pink ball.
actually,
Yeah.
it makes sense for it to be an F. That's actually my first like, yeah, that's definitely an F because I don't see it on the same level as Lantern at all.
Oh yeah, yeah. I agree. Okay, Togetic, and this is just Togepi and Togetic. Unfortunately, no awesome god tier Togekiss with
Togekiss.
its. I mean, God, that serene grace.
Bummer.
So just the Togetic.
I think super weak, man.
Yeah, I
I
know.
tried raising it so many times.
I mean,
I
yeah,
could.
you get one with the game, and you're like, okay, I'll use this, and then you go, I can't use this.
Yeah, wing attack and ancient power. That's all you got
Yeah,
back in the day.
yeah. No, it's no good. I mean, for me,
I'm down
E.
for E,
Yeah, I
definitely,
mean, it's
because I do like that line.
with Togekiss.
Exactly.
I mean, if Togekiss were here, S or A.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah. Zatu. How do you feel about Zatu?
Ooh, man, Zadu. So many memories.
Oh, yeah.
I've never raised one. I never had one. I just never like. But like in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like Zadu was a big character. And I also just man, the design is just unbeatable.
I
Also,
agree.
my very first shiny encounter, it was in Emerald. I was in a Safari Zone, and I didn't know what that was. I was like, "Why is it shining?" And it ran away.
Ooh,
I'll never forget that.
wow.
I think I don't really have an emotional attachment wise with like raising one or anything, but it's definitely a big, strong like design and everything. I would put it either with like B or A for me.
Okay. I absolutely love Zatu. A weird thing with Gen 2 is there are so many flying types, and they're all like really great in my eyes. I mean, we've already
Hmm.
gotten 3 of them with the Noctowl, the Crobat, and the Xatu, but I mean, Skarmory, Murkrow, the legendaries. I mean, so I love Xatu. I raised one, and I always raise one, and I mean, I love them. Psychic and flying. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go S, but I mean, if you were saying A or B, I mean, I can compromise down to an A if you don't think it's S tier.
That's a good question. I would say A tier because I definitely don't like
Okay.
it. Well, I don't know. I feel like I like it on the same level as Noctowl, so I'm okay with the A or B.
Okay. Okay. I think an A is fine then. I think
Yeah.
we can compromise there. Ampharos.
I've never. Yeah, I don't have much experience with that for us.
Hmm.
I like. So like the only experience I had with the whole evolutionary line was with Pokemon TCG.
Hmm.
So like I thought the designs were pretty cool, but other than that, like I never really cared for it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of there with you too. It's not a lot of great electric choices for Gen 2, I think. And really the best one's Ampharos, and it's still not great. So
I see it as like a D or E.
yeah, I think yeah. I mean, I'd be fine with either. So
I'd put it down on the E because I don't think I like it more than Lantern.
okay, I'm fine with E. Okay, Blossom. So does anyone here really choose Blossom for Vileplume? I mean,
I do Vileplume all the way.
obviously, it's so much better. So uh,
That's
yeah,
another like E or D for me.
I'm good with E if you are.
Yeah, I'm good with E.
Yeah.
I love the design, love the colors, like cute Pokemon. But other than that, I don't.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're exactly
No
right.
emotional
That's it.
attachment.
Azumarill.
I like Azumarill. I use it.
Oh, okay.
um, but I don't. It's also not like I feel like I like Noctowl more, so that's like a C for me. Surprisingly, even though I use it.
Yeah, no, I think I'd go C or D because I mean, really, how tough is a Pokemon that evolves at level 18? It's like a fully evolved Pokemon. I mean, it.
Ooh, you know what? That's also including Meryl, right? Like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
was
Meryl.
Azurill Gen 3 or Gen 2?
3. Yeah, Gen 3. So
Okay, so no,
it'd
it doesn't count.
just be Meryl and Azumarill.
Eh.
Yeah.
Uh, Azurill is dope. Like, I liked it when they added the fairy typing.
Yeah,
But
that.
before that, no.
I mean, yeah, the fairy
Definitely not.
typing certainly improved it, but I mean, rollout, uh, play rough, hydro pump. Come on, I mean, it's got some decently strong moves, but not for base 50 attack Pokemon.
Yeah,
I mean, it's no.
that's when they had the ability huge power, yes, but
Yeah, but
no, not.
I mean
I'm
D.
I'm down for D. Yeah, D. Yeah, I'm down for
Okay.
D.
Pseudo Wudo. So not Bondslide, just Pseudo Wudo. I love this thing. What about you?
Yeah, I was gonna say I really like Sudowoodo. Lots of memories with that Pokemon.
Yeah, I think, I mean, they did that same trope with the Snorlax having a obstacle Pokemon, and I remember as a kid not knowing anything, thinking it was Grass type, and just
Same.
always getting confused when you try a fire move and it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I love it.
I never really used it competitively or anything.
Yeah, well,
It's more just like the design and like the anime and everything that I love
mhm,
that Pokemon.
mhm.
I would place it B with Noctowl because I feel like that's a very Noctowl Pokemon for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there on B.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, stat wise, not too great. Defensive, but that's it. I think his move pool's pretty poor, too. But, I mean, I think we need a pseudo Wudo evolution one of these days.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
oh man, that Drizzle was
Drizzle.
that was such a big deal a couple generations ago.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I also really like anything that's in the Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, and Politoed line. I just love all those Pokemon.
hmm.
It's a frog. I think I like Polytoad more than I like Poliwrath. I like how it turned into just a full on Sapple. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's super cool. I really like the design. I love the color palette. I love the Pokemon a lot. I never raised one, but I like this Pokemon. I would rank it A or B.
I mean,
But
the only reason why I would personally put it in an egg would be the drizzle.
yeah.
I mean, if we're looking at, which we're not, I mean, we're not basing. I mean, I like Poliwrath more. That fighting type really adds something to it, and just the sudden color swap to like green instead of blue. I always thought was
It
a
is
little weird.
Yeah. It's definitely more like a regional variant than an actual
Yeah,
evolution.
yeah. I agree with you there. So I mean, I'd be good with B. What about you?
I'm cool with putting it in B.
Okay. Okay. I think B is pretty fair. Okay. Jumpluff.
I don't care about this Pokemon
Me neither. I mean,
whatsoever.
grass and flying. Come on. Could you get a worse type combination? And
I like out of all the whole evolutionary line, I like Hoppip just because I have that like it was one of my first Pokemon cards as a kid, so that's the only connection I have to. Other than that, I don't care.
yeah, I mean it's horrible, horrible stats. So,
I'm down for E or
okay, I'm gonna put him in F.
F. Throw them in there then.
Okay. And another one down there too, Apom for me. I mean,
I don't care. Yeah, I don't.
Just a normal monkey.
I've
not
tried
great
liking
stats, no.
Apoms. I've tried so many times, but it just never clicked with me. I'm not a fan of Apom,
Yeah, me neither.
especially after Detective Pikachu. That thing's creepy to me.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Now.
I mean, E or F for me too. What do you think?
I'm down for F.
Awesome, let's do it. I know. I have a friend who's gonna be mad about that one. So
I can see why people like it.
I don't.
Detective Pikachu scared me with it, and then you had Pokemon Legends with a side quest where it was so annoying. I can't do Apom.
Oh yeah. Sunflora. So I believe until Wishy Washy, Sunkern was the lowest base stat Pokemon there was.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a long time. It was reigning as horrible king. So 180, 30s across the boards for Sunkern, and then Sunflora, not much better.
Yeah, I mean, I never liked this Pokemon. Sunkern I thought was cute, but I didn't like Sunflora. The feet just turned me away so much for this Pokemon.
Well,
I don't like the design.
And for me, it evolves with a Sunstone. So I mean, if you're gonna get a Sunstone, what are you gonna pick, Blossom or Sunflora? I mean,
Blossom.
Yeah, obviously. And look, we already have Blossom in E tier. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm down to throw it in F. I do not.
okay.
It's more about Sunflora. Sunkern, I think it's all right. I like Sunkern. It's more about Sunflora. I don't
could
like the
see
design.
that. I could see that.
Oh man, I personally love this guy.
Oh, okay.
I like him. I used to have a toy as a kid. And I used to always fly it around.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
my one biggest gripe with Yanma is, man, Yanmega should have been a bug and a dragon. I mean,
ooh, wait, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool because it does know Dragon Breath, I think, right?
I think so. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I think they know Dragon Breath or something. I like this Pokemon. I love the design. I think it's one of the best designs. Only thing is, man, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm using it wrong, but I just find it super unusable. Like it's just
no,
it's not strong.
No, you're not using it wrong. I mean, it's weak. It's another bug and flying, and so rock 4 times weakness, and yeah, it's just not tough. I mean, 65. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
I'm down for possibly. I'm thinking maybe more C, just because. It's like that whole. I think it's late. It's exact same situation as Ladian. It's a design amazing. Mm-hmm. Good memories for this Pokemon. But other than that, it's super weak.
I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, we like the Pokemon in all forms except for it's just not a strong Pokemon, which you really can't hold that against them. So yeah, I agree with you on those two. Quagsire.
Oh, man.
Hey, look, we've gotten like what, a third of the way in and no S tiers. What's up with this?
I think we're just being extra
What-
careful. I have a couple S tiers of mine. I definitely have a couple S tiers of mine.
I mean, yes, I think I see some S tiers coming up soon. So
Yeah. Man, I use Quagsire. I use the underwear strategy with the infestation and recover. I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love Quagsire. Obviously now he's not really reliable and competitive,
Mm-hmm.
so I use him now for catching Pokemon. Because he has Yawn. I use Stockpile, so he becomes super sturdy. Recover, infestation, so they can't run or they take some damage. So I've been using him to catch like legendaries and shiny huntings and stuff like that.
And
My boy.
correct me if I'm wrong, but his ability Damp, that stops explosions, so that's also really good for catching some more volatile Pokemon.
He has, I think all of his abilities are good. I think he has Unaware, which
Yeah.
ignores stat changes, which is great. I beat someone competitively because they weren't paying attention to that. Kept running Sword Dance and then didn't understand why they weren't doing any damage. And yeah,
Damp
Damp
and
does
Water
he
Absorb.
I was gonna say Water Absorb. They're
Mhm.
all good abilities.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like him a lot. Stupid design, like he's just like a derpy design.
Yeah.
I would say stupid, but derpy.
I mean, I think Wooper has the superior design.
Oh, you're right, Wooper. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to put it into A. I think it has like that
too.
Zadu Crobat feel.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I certainly agree. I'm going to put these two up next to each other. So, Espeon and Umbreon, which do you prefer?
That's tough. It's man.
I mean,
my personal favorite for Eevees is like Glaceon and like
okay, yeah,
Vaporeon, but I know these two are like huge. Like, I feel like Umbreon's always the more popular pick. And I definitely think the design definitely stands out. I love its design, the rings, and then that shiny. Oof,
and I was just about to say that too. Even Espeon's shiny is pretty good too. I mean that green is quite striking.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I'm feeling an possible S tier out of one of these.
Ooh. Okay.
Just because I know how popular they are. But surprise twist, I actually don't really have much of a emotional connection to any of these. I never use them. I know a lot. I know all my opponents use them, but I never use them. Like I said, I'm more Glaceon, Vaporeon, Jolteon. Like those are my three that I really like. And Umbreon and Espeon, I think they're cool, but I never really use them. I think they're really strong, but
yeah, they're actually Espeon's got a really high 130 special attack stat, and Umbreon was one of the really good Pokemon for competitive in like Gen 2 and 3 because it's just so tanky. I mean, it's special defense 130, defense 110, HP 95. So, I mean, I don't know which one you were thinking on S tier, but I mean, I'd say...
I was thinking Umbreon S tier.
Me too. I mean, I'd be fine with S or A. I mean, you're thinking Umbreon should be our first S tier?
I feel like just because like I know how big of a deal Umbreon is.
Yeah.
Espeon, I'm down for I don't like it on the level of those that are in A.
Really? Not even like a low A?
Oh, like a low A, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean, because I don't think it's
I'm
that
cool with
much
it being
worse.
an A.
Okay.
No, it's not that much worse. I think I have more connection with Umbreon than Espeon.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
But I'm totally cool with Espeon being A.
Okay.
No complaints there.
Murkrow, another great flying type, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't really care for the Pokemon besides it just being like in those filler episodes where a witch lady would have a Murkrow with her all the time. There's always a goth girl with the Murkrow in Pokemon. Yeah, other than that, I don't really have much. It doesn't really stand out too much. It's just like a crow. It's cool though. It's a definitely cool design.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I've never used it though.
I mean, I love the design. Maybe even more than a Honchkrow, I think. Really,
I would agree.
I think the only bad thing about Murkrow is obviously his stats aren't great, and in the Gen 2 games, you didn't get him until like after like Badge 7. Like in Kanto. Like You got them at the very end of the game. It's just horrendous how they spaced out some of these Pokemon. They just put them at like the very end of the game, and it's just a lowly like level 20 Murkrow that you're not gonna do nothing with. So
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'd want to go. I mean, I think it's on the level of B. I would think.
I see it more on the level of C, but
Okay.
I'm okay with it being a B.
Okay, well, let's do B then. Okay, another split evolution, Slowking.
Slowking. Slowking. This is a good one. Where would I want to place this one?
I mean, I like Slowbro more, just for
I
its
like Slowbro a lot more too.
defensiveness. Yeah.
Slowking's cool. I would put it in C.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I just see it in the same level of those guys.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Mystery.
Yeah, Mischievous. The only other ghost type. I think the first mono ghost type Pokemon. And it's not great.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I love the design. The sprite of this Pokemon was always cool.
Oh yeah, the original sprite was really cool.
Yeah, but like other than that, I don't really care for it. I tried, like, I wanted to raise a Mismangius, but I haven't gotten to that. So yeah, I mean, I would put it maybe on D.
That's what I was.
I do like the design and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Speaking of bad,
Unknown.
Yeah. Come on.
It lives solely for the gimmick of it's a alphabet. That's pretty much it. Other than that, there's just the point to this Pokemon.
I mean, the only good use you got out of it was in Gen 4, getting the ball seals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, F.
I'm down for F. It's just so tedious to get all of the 26 letters or no, it's more than that, I think, right? Because you gotta get the exclamation mark
and the question mark too. Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, Wobbuffet. So, really interesting concept for this Pokemon. I think one of the better gimmick Pokemons in my opinion. Because just the whole doesn't attack directly; it's always a counter attack and such a high HP. I mean, I think the concept's really, really cool. I hate the female form has lipstick, but
so ugly. Yeah, I mean, it's I can't even see myself putting that at a lower tier just because, I mean, it's Wobbuffet. You know how he is in the anime. Like, he's such a staple. I have so much connection with that one. Wobbuffet's cool. I used it a lot in Emerald. He helped me catch Suicune.
Ooh. Okay.
Or was it Latios? Whichever was the one that would run away. No, I think it was Latios, actually. But yeah, that's... I don't know. I like it. I'm down for like C or B.
I'm fine with C. I mean, again, not great, but I mean, pretty good. So, yeah, I think about middling feelings. Yeah, C is pretty good.
Yeah, I like C.
Girafarig.
I think that Pokemon's super ultra creepy. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, its name's a palindrome, so it's the same forwards and backwards, but you don't have to make the Pokemon also kind of forwards and backwards, where it's got like a head on its tail and stuff. It's kind of...
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
it's just like, and it looks like it's wearing pants. Ew.
Yeah, and
I don't know. Yeah.
Normal and Psychic, you think would get more than that, but no, just like middling stats and not really a great move pool. So best moves like Psychic, and like anyone can do that. So.
Psychic, Crunch, Stomp.
Yeah, nothing great. So I mean, E.
I'm down for F. I don't like that Pokemon at all.
Okay.
But I'm cool with E.
Okay. Well, I mean, I really don't have too strong a feeling, so I mean, I'm fine with F.
Ew. Yeah, keep it down there.
Fortress. So
this is a Pokemon I feel like. Yeah, I feel like this is a Pokemon that everyone just forgets exists. But I do like it. I think it's super cool. I wish it was stronger.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I always remember my two favorite types are Bug and Steel, so I always keep tabs on every Bug and Steel Pokemon, even the female Wormadam. So I like him. He's really defensive, and I think he was a really good arena trap setter and Disruptor, because he learned
Yeah, rapid spin.
spikes and rapid spin. So
Yeah.
set your own, get rid of your and toxic spikes. So I mean,
Wow.
yeah,
He's
back in the
He
Gen 5
definitely
meta.
was. Yeah. Oh man, that takes me back.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. Obviously, again with the anime, Brock had one, and I thought it was super cool. Again, just such a. I feel like everyone forgot this guy. I like him. I'd be down for like B or C.
Okay.
Even a little wiggle room for more.
Yeah, I'm
But
fine with B.
I think B
Yeah,
works.
I would have said A or B. So yeah, fine with B. Dunsparce. What do you think?
Dunsparce, I feel like Dunsparce is just. I feel like there's no point to Dunsparce besides it's just like, oh yeah, Dunsparce, it's cute. You know, that's kind of it.
I mean, I'm glad to finally be able to say this because I've gone through every other generation besides 1 and 2. Dunsparce is my least favorite Pokemon of all time.
Really?
It's so dumb. It's normal type, and why is it so big? Like
It is big. It looks like it'd be small, but it's actually huge.
Yeah, and like it's got serene grace, and you're like, oh, okay, awesome. And then like really nothing to use it for. It's just horrible stats, dumb Pokemon. It was really hard to get in the original games, and you're like, oh, I searched so hard to get this, and what's it good for? Nothing. I don't like it at all. So I mean, I want to go F tier.
I'm down for F tier.
Great. Gligar.
See, I like Gligar for Gliscor.
Yeah, same.
It by itself, I don't really care.
I mean, it's kind of cute, and ground and flying's a pretty good typing, even though, you know, obviously this thing's pretty weak. I mean, Sandvale, and that's immunity as an ability. That's not too bad.
Yeah. I sit on the level as like D.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I wouldn't rank it too low, but like again, just Gligar alone, I'm just Gliscor definitely makes it.
I agree. Steelix.
Oh, I love Steelix.
Okay, I mean, do we even want to say any more? S tier?
S tier.
I mean, it's Steelix. Come on.
And it got a Mega as well. Like,
oh my gosh, Steelix, one of my favorite Pokemon. I love it.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay. And then on the other scale, Gramble. The only good thing they did is they changed its typing to Fairy. I mean, at least gave it a better typing. That's it. It's still horrible. I mean,
yeah, that's more of like a villain uses this Pokemon type of Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And what? It's supposed to be like a bulldog.
Yeah.
But it's on its hind legs, and it's just so basic. I mean, look at this. It's just pink.
I'm not. Snubbull is one of my least favorite Pokemon, and then Grumble's just as forgettable. I don't really care for this Pokemon.
I agree. E,
I'm
F.
down for F. Okay. I'm down for F.
Boy, look, we got a lot in F. What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. Maybe we don't like Pokemon as much as we thought.
well, I'm not seeing a lot more Fs in here, so I think we're on the up and up.
Yeah.
Quillfish. So
I love the design.
Yeah, pretty good design.
I overall like this Pokemon. I feel like Quillfish is one of those Pokemon that scream Johto.
Oh yeah.
It's just like it's Johto when you see Quillfish's design. I don't know. I like it. I would say like C or D, because otherwise I don't really use it for it's cool, but just nothing. I never used it.
Yeah, stats aren't great. I mean, Intimidate's its hidden ability. I mean, that's saying something. I always thought it needed an evolution, and even though it's kind of like regional, I'm glad we at least got that Overquill. So
that is cool. Yeah, Overquill.
I'd say C, just for Quillfish alone.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay, Scizor. So, weirdly enough, Gen 2 has my number 1 least favorite Pokemon ever in Dunsparce, and my number 1 favorite Pokemon in Steelix.
Number 1? This is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Good.
Yes, I use it competitively. I use it for everything. Scizor, hands down, one of my favorite ever.
Great competitive Pokemon, great for catching Pokemon, great for everything. I mean, Steelix
As
is
everything.
everything. Yeah, it's my number one Pokemon ever. So I mean, and then
Awesome.
Shuckle too. I mean, I love Shuckle.
I
Look, we're
love
getting
Shuckle.
all these great bug types now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, this is where it's no, you're right. I'm looking at what we have left. We're starting to get into the everything's an S tier, A tier now. Yeah.
I mean, Shuckle for me, S tier also. Still to this day, highest defense and special defense stats.
I think Shuckle, I use it competitively.
Me too.
I love the design.
Me too.
I mean, in everything, the anime, I have lots of memories of this Pokemon.
Shiny's
I don't
really
know if
good.
I love it. Yeah, the shiny. Yeah, I don't know if I love it on the same level as what we have in S tier. So I have wiggle room for A, but if you want to throw it in S tier, I will not complain.
I mean, I'd middle to low S tier is what I would think. I mean,
Yeah,
you don't mess with Shuckle. So
yeah.
and Heracross.
I mean, what's more to say for Heracross?
I mean, my goodness, I think still learns the strongest bug move in Megahorn and the strongest fighting move in close combat. I mean, my goodness.
I used to get wrecked by it online when it was a mega.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
Was there a strategy? I never played with it, but was there a strategy involving Focus Blast, or what was it called? That's what it's called, right? Focus Blast, or what's the fighting move that's like a blast? What was that move called? I thought it was called Focus Blast.
No, I think isn't Focus Blast a is that Focus Blast fighting type move. Yeah, you're right. I don't know how there'd be a strategy with that. That's a special attacking move, and Heracross is a unless you have a Heracross and you do some sort of shenanigans where you swap its attack stat with its special attack stat and then do a focus blast. But kind of like at that point, why wouldn't you just do a close combat besides getting that negative for your defenses? So
that's interesting. I'll have to look into that, why that was. Because I remember everyone was running focus blast. Or maybe I was just fighting low tier trainers. But
yeah.
I remember a focus blast was always getting me.
Oh yeah. I mean that Mega Heracross, I think also one of the highest attack stats too. I mean that was something crazy. I love all those bugs. Sneasel. Yeah.
Sneasel, really cool design and everything, but I never really cared for it either. Another I don't know. I would say like CD. I don't really care for Pokemon that much.
I'd say C because pretty cool design, I think. Pretty unique typing with that dark and ice.
That is true, yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not including the Weavile or Sneasler, I think is the new one.
Yeah.
I mean, even just by itself, really bad, defensively because of the ice. But, I mean, I like it. I think C's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. It gets better with every gen, I feel like. They had access to Ice Shard.
Oh, yeah.
And then Weavile. It definitely has been getting better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Gen 2, they didn't have that special physical split, and Dark and Ice were special moves, and this guy's built for physical. So they had him so dirty and then just got better and better every generation. Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Teddy Ursa and Ursa Ring.
Man, I think Ursaring is one of the most scary Pokemon ever.
Yeah.
Like in the anime, he just have you seen, I don't know if you ever saw Paul using Ursaring. That thing looked insane. Like it ran guts with whenever it got burned, and it would just go ballistic, and nobody could stop it. It was just insane. It was a killing machine, and I feel like it's like that in the Pokemon games as well. It reflects that same energy.
I mean, high HP, high attack. I mean, and then pretty decent defense and special defense stats too. I mean, it's all these bear Pokemon: Snorlax, Fluffle. No, not Fluffle. What's it? Beware.
Beware.
I mean, all really good. All these bear Pokemon are really, really good. So yeah, I think Ursaring's pretty good. I mean, I'd go B.
I would say B, just because like
Yeah.
man, that I ran it competitively one time with Guts and Flame Orb.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
Um,
That was-
Speaking of flames, I mean, one of my best friends for hatching Pokemon, Macargo.
yes, sir. Oh, my buddy.
Yeah.
I love Macargo's design.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like his Pokemon. Never uses it competitively or anything like that, but like you said, the best like egg catcher. Like I
Mhm.
love this guy. Really cool. I would say maybe B. I'll
Yeah.
or A.
I think B's pretty fair. I mean, Fire and Rock's pretty cool, except for that,
That Earthquake's gonna mess it up though. But
and that Hydro Pump too. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. But okay. Piloswine. Here's another one where I mean, if Mamoswine was in here, it'd be a whole lot higher. But
yeah, just yeah, him alone.
yeah,
Nah, because like it's one of those Pokemon like Togetic where like its best move was Ancient Power and it did nothing.
oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. You could maybe make this a little bit better with Eviolite. Where if it's not a final stage, it boosts the defense. So I mean, you give him something there because he's got the 100 for HP and attack, and I mean Ice and Ground's offensively really great type, but yeah,
I'm down for I like Swinub
me too.
and I like Piloswine enough where
Yeah.
I'm down for like E tier.
Did you say E tier?
E E E like I said like Togetic with that
You D.
or D works for me too.
Okay, I'm saying.
I think F is a little too low.
Oh yeah. I think far too. I mean, I was ready to go up to C, but I mean, yeah. I mean, D's fair. I definitely think it's better than Togetic.
Yeah.
Corsola.
Corsola is cute.
Very cute. And just getting more tragic with each generation. I mean, we got Marini and Toxapex, and you're like, oh, poor Corsola. And then we get Cursula. I'm like, oh my gosh, poor Corsola.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been giving Corsola some good amount of fame, but not in the right way. For Corsola. I love the design, but that's kind of all there really is to it. It's just good design.
I mean,
I think I've seen it. I think I've seen it used competitively too. Isn't it used in like, what is it in fear strategies or?
Oh, I mean that's not what I've seen. What I've seen is since it's technically it has an evolution, just like I was saying with Piloswine. Put that Eviolite on it, give it a lot higher defenses, and its hidden ability is Regenerator. So you can just do some great defensive stalling. Either throw like Toxic on it or something, and just swap it and stall. And I mean, it's a pretty tanky Pokemon now, especially with Water and Rock. I mean, those are Rock not too much, but I mean, Water is a pretty defensive type. So
yeah,
I mean, it's surprisingly defensive.
Yeah, I'm pretty flexible with where you want to place this one.
I mean, I was thinking B or C.
I would say C.
Okay, I'm fine.
I think C's been that really good middle ground for Pokemon there. Like
C for Corsola. I like it. Octillery. So I think you were saying what the first
suction cups.
No, the first shiny you ever saw was what again? Which one was these?
Zatu.
Oh yeah, Zatu. One of my first like actual like wild encounter shinies that I wasn't like hunting for actively. I was just fishing just randomly and got like a shiny Remoraid, and I'm like, come on, a Vinny Pokemon I had to find shiny. So yeah, and it's blue. I'm like, oh, awesome. And then the Octillery is just like a slightly different color, red or orange. So
yeah, I'm personally a huge fan of this one.
Oh, okay.
I really like this Pokemon. Like I said, it was like my shiny hunt buddy. I was always shiny whenever I had to go fishing. It was Octillery that was always hanging out with me. I also like its moveset. It got the Signal Beam, the Hydro Pump, the Ice Beam. It's got a pretty decent moveset.
Hyper Beam,
yeah. It's got all the beams on it, so I think it's a pretty cool Pokemon. I would say maybe B or C. I'm down with any of them.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I would have put Corsola above him, so I mean, I think C's. Santa Claus, Delibird.
Uh, it's a cool gimmicky Pokemon, but I don't really care for it.
Yeah, I agree. So, I don't know. D, E.
I'm cool with either or. Yeah,
Let's go E. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say E.
Mantine, though,
This
like
one's interesting.
really great special defensive Pokemon. 140 on his special defense.
This one's tough. I remember this one being tough for me to fight in battles. I was
Oh
just
yeah,
like, it's
very
like, why
very
is he
tanky.
tanking everything?
Uh
Yep.
huh. Swift Swim, Water Absorb, Water Veil. I mean, pretty great abilities too.
Yeah. It's not very used often, but it's a great Pokemon.
Yeah.
Um, I like it enough to put it in like C or B.
Yeah, I was thinking
I'm feeling
B.
more B.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, Skarmory.
Mm.
Oh, I love Skarmory, dude.
Yeah, I think Skarmory is super cool.
I mean,
Also another one that does pretty well in competitive. I remember in X and Y, I believe, I was struggling fighting this one.
yeah, super defensive Pokemon, 140 on defense. And then that Steel and Flying, such a great type combination. And, I mean, just look at the other Steel and Flying. I mean, Corviknight's pretty good, not as good. Celesteela, it's an Ultra Beast, really great.
Mm.
Yeah, I really like Skarmory. I mean, I would say S for me.
I was down for like A. I'm down. I'm close. I'm okay with S. We got to fill out that S tiers.
Okay, okay, S for Skarmory. I love it. Houndoom. I mean,
That's just, oh man, that's a staple as well.
I
Like
know.
the design,
Fire
everything's
Dark.
been super cool.
I mean, oh,
That's a strong like A tier for me.
I
Just-
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, his stats aren't good enough for an S, but yeah, I'd say definitely an A. The only other dragon that we got, Kingdra.
Indra.
Yeah, I never noticed how balanced the stats are. It's so disappointing.
Yeah, I was gonna say
95s. Yeah, it's
not the best. I feel like I've been able to take it out no problem.
mhm.
It went from being like this almost like pseudo legendary to just like
Yeah.
like it's like, yeah, it's just like another fish in the sea.
I mean, Swift Swim's all right, but you know, I don't know. C.
I'm down for C. I think the design's really awesome. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to place it lower than that. I like it on the same level of like Octillery.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ooh,
Donphan and Fanfi.
Ooh. I liked them a lot.
Hmm.
But again, didn't really use much. Didn't use them much. And it's more of just like that memories of like Ash Ketchum having one of those.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, I like the design. I like ground types. Pretty good attacking and defense stat. Not great, but you know, pretty cool. So I mean, B or C for me.
B or C. I'm down for C.
Okay.
It's funny. This supposed to be like an elephant.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Porygon 2.
Ooh, Porygon 2. I feel like that thing's been in competitive since forever.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially. I mean, I hate keeping to bring up the same strat of Eviolite, but Eviolite works really well on Porygon 2.
It's one of the better Violette users, I think.
Pretty good stats. I really do like the Porygon line personally.
I like it. I like Porygon 2 over Porygon Z for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I like Porygon 2. I think it's such a weird Pokemon, but it's always been like around. I think Porygon 2 is pretty cool. They also got an amazing shiny.
Oh my
blue,
gosh!
I think,
Yes.
right?
Oh yeah! I love the shiny. Yeah, blue.
I'm down for B.
Yeah, I was saying A or B. So yeah.
B.
I'm gonna have this one down here.
I don't think we even got to discuss that one.
Stantler. I mean, thank goodness we got Weird Ear because Stantler really needed something, but obviously we can't include that for this list. But man,
I just don't see anything with that Pokemon. Like I tried using it one time, and no matter like, it's just I don't know. It just doesn't work. Like I don't know. I'm down for F or E, but I'm facing more F.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to say E just because the same thing you thought with Quillfish when you see it and just go, "That's Johto."
That's true.
For me, when I see Stantler, especially that original sprite in like Gold and Silver, I'm like, that's. I mean, that's you're just hunting through the tall grass and this pops up and you go, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" I mean, that's that that sort of wonderment of Johto. So I mean, E for me just for
I
the
agree.
okay. Not to be
Yeah,
too harsh
that
on
works
him.
for
Come
me.
on. Smeargle, though, I mean, the best gimmick Pokemon, in my opinion.
Sketch.
Oh my gosh. I mean, well, Ditto's probably better for the breeding, but Sketch. I mean, just for Sketch, I want to say S tier.
Oh really? Oh wow.
I mean, you're talking about
I was ready to throw him down at D.
what are you? Look, you're talking about Scizor using to catch Pokemon, Octillery using to catch Pokemon. Who's the best? Who can learn Spore, False Swipe?
That's true. Spore.
Come on, man. I would always any game that had a Smeargle, I'd catch it, and that'd be my catching Pokemon. Spore, False Swipe. Uh, Basically that's all you need.
When did I? I don't remember when I used them. I'm not sure when I even used this Pokemon, but yeah, I mean, if you're talking about competitive, like we're gonna look at the competitive aspect. Smeargle has always been up there.
Oh yeah,
Everyone hates on Smeargle because he was always broken.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, even so much what they like. I think one of the first moves they ever like got rid of was what's that
Dark
sleep
Void.
move? Yeah, Dark Void. Just
Yeah,
because it's just so broken, and
yeah,
the only Pokemon that could learn it that wasn't banned because he wasn't mythical was Smeargle. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I just you got a blank
He
slate.
definitely. Wow. Yeah, he broke the competitive scene.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
could see it now. Like,
I mean, I don't think
yeah,
he's been
I've
in
down. I've
any
down.
game since like Gen 6 because he's just so broken, or 7.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I still
You could
S.
throw him in. Yeah.
Okay. Hitmontop. So for this, I guess we'll include the two Gen ones, the Gen 2 ones, Tyrogue and Hitmontop. Um,
I just don't understand why they changed the sprite into this animation of him just walking. Like
what
the sprite always showed him like spitting, and I thought it was the coolest thing.
I
And then
I
like I feel
agree.
he looks so lame on his feet. I'm like, oh okay.
I agree. They should have kept him spinning, but uh, so Hitmonchan was a boxer, so they always had him do boxing poses. Hitmonlee was more of a like Eastern martial arts, so they'd have him kick a lot. And I mean, I studied martial arts, so I knew as soon as Hitmontop came out that he was using a Brazilian martial arts called capoeira,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a dancing sort of martial arts. So slaves in South America would disguise their martial art where it looked like they were just dancing, and they do a lot of like handstands where they do spinning kicks, and
Oh
so
yes, you're
and
right.
his
I've never made that
dancing,
connection.
yeah, oh yeah, his walking pose or his dancing pose is the exact like form you use when you practice capoeira. So
That makes a lot more sense
yeah,
why the animation turned into that.
to
I always just
me,
saw him as a top. Like,
oh yeah, no, I mean, and that too. But to me, I mean, the stance makes sense, but I still prefer him upside down. I mean, he's a
mhm,
top. Come on.
yeah, that's cool though. I never made that connection. I learned something.
Yeah, but still not great. I mean, D tier, E.
I'm down. Well, I like it better than E tier. I think E
Okay,
tier would make sense.
I think D's fine. Smooch him though. Come on, problematic. So
I don't like the Pokemon yet.
F tier.
Yeah, I those
Yeah,
baby Pokemon, man.
no.
They're getting shit on this time.
I mean, these two are a little
Uh,
better. I think they're the best babies in this generation.
yeah,
Elekid and
yeah. Like, you could actually use those. Like
yeah,
they could actually be on your team before they evolved.
yeah, that's true. So I don't know. E, we'll do them a little better.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay. Miltank.
Ooh, my ultimate nemesis.
Everyone's got the PTSD from Whitney, so
Yep. Yep. Um, I mean, I don't really. I mean, I don't know. I never really used it. I don't care too much for it. Great PTSD striving Pokemon, but Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really care for it. The Moo Milk was pretty cool to heal your Pokemon during Elite Four, but I mean, Blissey was better with Soft Boil.
Oh yeah. The
Um,
milk drink was pretty good, I think, and pretty tanky with its defense stat being so high. It's
it's so
surprisingly
tanky.
100 speed, so it's a decently fast Pokemon too. Thick Fat gives it some more defense, so I mean B, C, D. I mean, I'd say it's around there for me. I could go,
I I'm
uh,
leaning more towards D,
okay,
just because I definitely don't like that Pokemon
I'm fine with
more
that.
than half the D and most of the C.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oh
Okay,
man.
Blissey. So 255 HP stat. Like, my goodness. Did you ever do those secret bases in Oras where
Yup, that's where you get all the XPs.
yeah,
Yup,
they just had like I think it was a triple battle with Blissies and they had no attacking moves. Oh yeah. Just
I
oh
remember.
yeah. Um I don't know. B for Blissey.
I'm down for B. It's definitely a Pokemon that stands out.
Yeah.
I can't rank it low.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
now we're at the meat and potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So the legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. So which one's your favorite out of these three?
Suicune hands down, my
Oh,
favorite.
okay. I like Raikou more. So let's start with the one we don't like, Entei.
I mean, I still like Entei a lot. Actually, that disappoint you, but Raikou is my least favorite.
Mm.
So I do like Entei. I would say he's just like Houndoom. That's like an A tier for me.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of salty. Entei got his own movie. Suicune got his own game. What'd my boy Raikou get? Nothing.
Right? That is man. But Suicune also got his own movie with Celebi.
Oh my gosh.
Um, and not only that, but Suicune has been. I've seen Suicune multiple times have his own like arc in the show and stuff, as well as Entei, and then just
Oh my
Reiko's
god.
just never been there. I think there was one episode. I remember one episode Reiko, and it was a robot. When they defeated it, it just broke into pieces, and I was like, oh, they're doing this man dirty.
I agree. But I mean, Suicune. I mean, competitively, amazing. One of the best competitive Pokemon in Gen 2.
Yeah,
So,
I think
S
Suicune's
tier.
definitely. I think it's one of my. No, it is like one of my top legendaries ever.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
yeah, S tier, I definitely all the way.
S for Suicune. Uh, but for Raikou, I mean, we can't go lower than A. I mean,
No, I think all three of these have such strong designs. I think
mhm,
they're all cool. I
mhm.
just never really used Reiku. I would leave that up to your decision, just because I don't really have much experience in any way. Like he never, like you said, he just always got the short end of the stick.
Uh-huh.
He didn't get anything.
Nothing. I mean, yeah.
Like
So, I mean, I'd want to go S, but I mean, if you're highly against it, I'm fine with A.
I'm not against it at all.
Okay.
Like if you want to put it as, I'm down for that. That's
Okay.
like, yeah. It's just like I just, like I said, I'm leaving that to you because I don't know. I don't have any experience with Rico at all.
I mean, if we look at
But I do like the design a lot.
oh, I do too. I mean, if we look at the electric Pokemon that we had in this generation, we've got Pichu, not great. Elekid, not great. Lantern, not great. And Ampharos, second best to Raikou. I mean, it's
You get Raikou, you're gonna keep that on your team for an electric type for sure.
oh yeah. Okay, Tyranitar.
Ooh, that's oh
One of my
man.
favorite pseudos. I mean,
I think it's one of the greatest Pokemon. Yeah, I love that one. Celebi in the Celebi movie, he was insane. He was like the dark type, or like they turned him into like this evil Pokemon that was insane. I mean, in every game,
mm-hmm,
if you get Tyranitar, it's gonna be brutal. Then he
mm-hmm,
got the Mega. Yeah,
and I mean, Sandstream, you just instantly get a Sandstorm. Rock
hmm
and Dark. I mean, it's great stats, especially that attack stat. I mean, getting a crunch from Tyranitar is just, and he's based off of Godzilla. I mean,
that's awesome.
come on, man.
Awesome.
I mean,
And like he's strong. He's strong enough where like he gets the quadruple damage from fighting type moves, right?
oh,
But like
yeah.
he can tank them anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Yeah,
usually he tanks them. Like it's pretty crazy.
I mean, Fairy Grass, Water, Steel, bug, ground. He's got quite a few weaknesses and that quad to fighting, but he can tank them. He's got
Yeah.
100 special attack and 110 defense. 100 special defense, 110 defense. So yeah. S tier for me
Insane.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's almost everyone's favorite. Like that's just
Okay. Ho-Oh
ooh.
and Lugia. So, which do you prefer?
I am a Lugia guy.
Ooh, I'm a Ho-Oh guy.
I know Ho-Oh has been a pain in my ass online right now. Like every time someone throws Ho-Oh, I'm like, well, I lost.
Yeah,
Like I can. It's too tanky. It recovers so much. I think it
very
has
tanky.
Regenerator, right? Or what is it called?
Yeah, its hidden abilities Regenerator. It's
Yeah,
got
I can't beat this Pokemon. It's
154
impossible.
special defense. It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quad weakness to rock is horrible, but in my opinion, and I'd say probably no one can disagree with this, strongest fire flying Pokemon, even better than Talonflame Gen 6, in my opinion.
I can confirm this for you because I used a Talonflame against a competitive Ho-Oh and I got obliterated.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I did that for you.
And plus I think it's unique move Sacred Fire, right?
Hmm.
I believe has like a super high chance. Yeah, 50% chance to burn. And as we all know, burn halves your attack. So a
Yeah.
50% chance to burn. That's insane.
Ho-Oh brings the fear in battle when I see it.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't like dealing with this Pokemon. Lugia, I am not as much intimidated. I prefer
Hmm.
Lugia just because, again, like I like the design. I like the blue. I like obviously Pokemon 2000. That
Yeah.
was like Lugia's movie, and that
Oh
was
yeah.
also like I think that's like my favorite Pokemon movie ever. So it's like I just have that whole nostalgia for Lugia. But I did go for the game for Ho-Oh, so I was like,
Mm.
it's funny because I did pick both games, like pick
Hmm.
Gold and Heart Gold for Ho-Oh, but somehow I ended up liking Lugia more. But I like both. For me personally, those two are S tier. Like I
Oh
can't.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't prefer one or the other where like they're bottom rank or anything. Like they're the same for me.
Yeah, obviously, S tier. I just, for me, it'd be Ho-Oh over Lugia because, you said your first Pokemon anime episode was. My first episode of the anime I ever saw was episode 1. I mean, I'm
Ooh, so
so
you saw that
old.
Ho-Oh.
So I saw that Ho-Oh and I was like, where is this in the game? It's not in the game. I said, what is this strange, mysterious Pokemon? Like, it was such a mystery for years
The mystery, yeah.
until you see gold version come out and you go, oh my gosh, it's that Pokemon. Like, how did they do this? Like, it
I
was,
wish they did that again. Like I wish
oh
they
yeah.
would do stuff like that.
Oh, I
Because they
fully
did that
agree.
with Lucario, where Lucario was in the
Hmm.
anime as well, and he had his own movie.
Hmm.
Nobody knew where he came from, and then Diamond and Pearl came out, and Lucario was in there. They need to do that again
I
because,
agree.
like, I miss.
They did that with Togepi in the anime. Um, I think that same 2000 movie, didn't they have Donphan and Snubble too? Or, no, it was like in the.
Oh, that was Entei's movie.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But they introduced a lot of these Pokemon really early. I think Kecleon, they did the same thing. So,
Yeah, Kecleon, they also added him, and Blaziken as well. They
uh,
added Blaziken towards the end of the anime for Johto.
man, yeah, they definitely
It's
need to
crazy.
do that. Okay, last one, Celebi.
So it'll be
Hundreds across the board. Psychic and Grass, not great. Type combination. Natural cures, not great. Its moves aren't great. It's just not great. Its shiny's all right, but and the whole time
yeah.
traveling thing's kind of cool. But I mean,
I mean, like, again, Celebi got its own movie.
yeah.
I grew up as a child watching that.
Mm.
Um, I thought Celebi was cute. Never ever raised one because I don't know. You give it as a mystery gift, and you kind of just throw it in your box and forget about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. It's cute. It's always been like, one of the main what is it, mythical?
Yeah, yeah. It was
One of the main mythical Pokemon.
the second mythical. But for me, it was I went from Mew, where that was the first mythical, and you're like, oh, okay, this is cool. It's middling stats, but it can learn any TM. And then when you get Celebi, you go, oh, can this learn any TM? No,
No,
it's
this
just
is a regular Pokemon.
it's a severely inferior Mew. So I don't know. To be nice, I'd say a C for Celebi. That's what I'm thinking.
Ooh, I was thinking like B, just because of how the history of Celebi and just I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
I'm fine with B,
um
but
fine with B. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm down throwing it in B.
Okay.
C feels a little low because I definitely like Celebi more than most of the C tiers.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's pretty good. I definitely Celebi's not an S tier. Like Lugia, Ho-Oh,
Oh yeah.
Suicune, Riku, like those, they make that list for Legends.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah. Look, I think it was pretty top heavy. Realistically, I mean, we had quite a bit here in F, but still a ton in S tier. I mean, it's quite
well,
insane.
I knew this was gonna happen. That's why I was like being extra harsh, and I feel like
Mm-hmm,
we were doing the
mm-hmm,
same. I was being extra harsh on some Pokemon because
mm-hmm.
overall, I love all Pokemon. Like those that are in E and F, I like them too to an extent. But in this list, when I see Scizor and Tyranitar and Steelix and Typhlosion, I'm gonna be harsher on the others. You know, there's definitely a higher, you
I
know,
I think I
higher.
agree. Yeah, for me, I love all Pokemon, except for Dunsparce. But and for Gen 2, in my opinion, it's just such such great Pokemon, and then just so strange that just some are just so bad, you know, which I think this really shows. But okay, so if you guys have seen my videos before, what I like to do after I place everything is I'll go into each individual category and subcategorize them. So, for example, the best in F tier would be like an F plus or whatever, would be on the left side, and the worst would be down here on the right, so like F
Yeah,
minus. So you'll see like a full list from best to worst. So I guess let's start with F tier. So
yeah.
which one of these, I guess, is the best in F tier? I mean,
I'm thinking the Giraffe Rig, to be
yeah,
honest.
honestly, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And I mean, maybe Granbull because I mean, it's at least it's got that fairy typing, and I think it's got Intimidate
Yeah,
too. So,
yeah.
um,
Unknown, just because I mean I don't know. It's always been
I suppose, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
okay, what about the worst?
The worst,
I mean, I want to say Dunsparce, but
Dunsparce, Igglybuff.
oh yeah, yeah, Clef, Smoochums again problematic. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is pretty decent. I think these are probably middling. So, best one, you want to go Giraffe Rig?
Giraffe Rig. Yeah.
Okay, and then Granbull,
Gunbull. Yeah. And
Unknown,
then Unknown. Yeah.
and then I don't know, maybe Jumpluff.
Yeah. I mean, it's F tier.
Yeah,
So I don't really.
Apom. So I mean, sure, let's.
No close contest with them.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like let's just do this.
I agree. Yeah.
Good with
that
this?
works for me.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
here's F tier, everyone. E tier.
E tier. I think Elected kind of stands out.
Okay. Like,
As maybe first or one of the first ones.
okay, I would say probably Ampharos would be up there too.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
and I know you like Lantern, so I'm fine with putting him mid to high.
Yeah. Ooh, we got electric types. Um.
Yeah.
In terms of last, I think is a good question. I feel like maybe.
I don't know. For me,
Good question.
I'm thinking one of these three. I mean, Togetic.
Yeah, I think
Delver.
Togetic.
Yeah.
It's weird because I did raise a Togetic in the heart goals, but see, it turned into a
Togekiss. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think this is pretty good. So, number one, you want to go Ampharos? I mean,
I'm down. Yeah,
just a good final stage, strong one. And then you want to do Lantern?
yeah.
And then we can
I
put
like it.
Elekid and Magby next to each other because they're
Yeah, and I think Sandler's a good
Stantler.
middle ground there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Delibird, Blossom, Togetic. What do you think?
I think that works. Yeah, I don't have any disagreement with that. I think that
Okay.
works.
D tier.
Hmm.
This one's getting a little tougher. I mean, for me at the bottom, I'd probably go Furret and Azumarill.
I
And
think who would be the top? Top would be like Hypnotop and the Ariados and Miltank. I feel like
yeah, I agree.
and out the
with
strongest in D.
you. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
I like guard before Piloswine. I think that works.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So what do you say number one?
I think in the top works as number 1.
Okay, Hitmon top, and then you want to do Ariados and then Miltank?
Yeah, I think that's a. Yeah, I think those are the
Okay.
strongest.
I think Piloswine's got to come next.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
then Gligar, what do you think?
That works for me.
Okay.
That works.
And then Misdreavus.
I do like Misdreavus, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Um,
Azumarill and Ferret, because I mean
that works.
okay.
Yeah.
C tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want Meganium in the first spot.
Yeah,
We have a lot of
no,
good C tiers here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, my top, let's say 3
Mhm.
would be like Yanma, Kingdra, maybe Donphan.
Oh, okay. My
I'm
top.
I'm flexible with the Donphan.
Okay, my top would be like Yanma, Corsola, Wobbuffet.
I like those too.
Okay, so I think let's scoot some of these down and we can look and see. You said you were pretty flexible for Donphan, so 5th place.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down for that. Yep.
I mean we both agreed on Yanma, so I think he should be number 1.
Yeah, I really like Yanma.
I mean Kingdra's pretty decent, so I think number 2 is fair. I don't know.
How about Corsola?
Yeah, I was gonna say all this
Over
new lore is
Wobbuffet.
pretty awesome, and then Wobbuffet, Donphan. I don't know, and then I want to put Ledaba next,
I'm down.
or Ladian, yeah.
Sneasel maybe? Or what are you feeling for the next
Yeah, I'm fine with Sneasel. Yeah.
Sneasel?
Quillfish,
Yeah.
Slowking, okay. Because I mean,
Yeah,
I really don't
so-
like Meganium. I mean,
Yeah, Auxiliary, Pichu's, Megadium.
yeah. How's this look?
Yeah, that works. That definitely works. Yep.
Meganium. I mean, look, everyone. I honestly, yes, I agree. Pichu is better than the entire Meganium line. I mean, it's gosh. Okay, B tier. This one's gonna be tough.
This one's gonna be tough. Yeah.
It's just gonna get harder at this point. So
I don't know. I definitely am liking Noctowl at the top of B. That feels right.
I wouldn't put him top. I mean, I'd have him in the top, but I wouldn't have him number 1.
I'm not number 1. Who would you choose as your number 1?
Boy. Man. I'd probably say Fortress. Yeah.
Fortress is really cool too.
Yeah. I mean, just because, like I said, with that Gen 5 meta, with all the spikes and it's defensive, and that steel and bug typing is just so great, no matter how poor the stats are.
Yeah, I think we had a good system when we chose like our top 3. I think that was working.
Okay.
That makes it easier. So I think my top 3 would be Noctowl,
Okay.
Politoed,
Okay.
and Macargo.
Okay.
I also really like Fortress too, though. That's a good pick.
Okay, yeah, and I would say Fortress, Pseudo Wudo, and man, this is tough. Oh man, I like all of these except for Celebi.
Yeah, Porygon 2 and Man are also strong picks.
Probably Porygon 2 is what I'd say for my
Porygon
top
2,
3.
yeah.
So
I like those choices too.
okay.
So we'll just, for the last ones, we'll keep Celebi last, Blissey.
yeah, I think that's
Murkrow.
Murkrow, it's cool, but yeah, towards the end, and then maybe Mantine, and then what do you think? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just so we got those out of the way, now we can get to the
we
fun
got the
part.
bottom. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to do some compromising. I mean,
What do you think?
That drizzle for Politoad's really the only thing going for me. I mean, that's my least favorite of your picks.
Yep.
So you fine with him being at the bottom of your 3?
That's fine with me because I mean he's. I like Porygon a lot. Porygon 2. I think that's a super strong pick. I mean, I like your picks too. I like Fortress. I like Sudowoodo. I think I don't think I see Macargo above any of these. I don't know. I feel like
I would probably agree with you. Yes. I
yeah.
mean, I like my
I
cargo,
think
but yeah.
yeah. I think I would see him at like the bottom of these all these picks right now.
All of them.
Just because like the R6. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah. So I'm down to move him down just because I mean he's cool. I like him design wise
Oh,
and
yeah.
obviously eggs.
Oh,
But
yeah.
other than that, like
Mhm.
he's gonna be kind of a nightmare in battle unless because he's slow and he has quadruple weakness. There's lots of weaknesses.
Oh yeah. It's way too many. Yeah, I agree. Um, I mean, yeah. So I guess number one, what do you think? I mean, are you
Number one,
basically what we're looking at? Noctowl or Fortress?
Noctowl Fortress. I'm willing to compromise the Noctowl because I think Fortress does. I do like how Fortress did have that history in competitive. I think that stands out a lot. And that Pokemon doesn't get enough love.
I agree.
I just feel like it needs that. Like it's just so underrated, and it definitely needs that spotlight. So I'm down.
I agree. Okay, so I'm fine with putting Noctowl number two. I mean, like I said, probably my second favorite regional bird. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
we got number one and number two.
I think Porygon 2 would
Okay.
be next.
I'm fine with that. And then do you want to do Sudowoodo?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Sudowoodo.
Okay, and then we can do Politoed.
Polytoad, Cargo. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. There we go. That's good.
Awesome. Oh, A tier. Oh man.
We don't have that many picks, but it's still going to be hard
I
to
know,
choose from these guys.
I mean, I think we should start with the bottom.
Bottom, that's
Quagsire. I mean,
Quagsire. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Quagsire. I think Zadu as well.
Okay. Well, I think now because I kind of figured Quagsire would probably be a bottom that we would both agree on. I think we need to do at least the top two for these, and for me, it goes Zatu and then
Crobat.
Crobat. Those are my top two.
For me, it would be Crobat and for Alligator.
Wow. Okay. So I mean, I think just based on that, Crobat's got to go number one. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, I'm fine with Feraligatr if you're good with Zatu after that.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay.
That's cool.
And then
that's where it gets tough. I love Typhlosion over Entei, but I think Entei's stronger.
Yeah,
right?
and I like Entei more than Typhlosion, so I think we've got to...
Yeah, so we'll have it that way. Yeah, that's cool.
And then really, I think Entei's probably better than these two also.
Yeah.
So
I think Entei next to Azado. Yep.
And then Typhlosion.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Because I'm good with that.
I like Houndoom over Espeon, personally.
Okay. I really didn't have a preference, so I'm fine with that.
Okay, and then Quasar, yeah.
Okay, wasn't that tough. Okay.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty easy. I think as soon as we both said Crobat, we're like, all right, we're set.
This one's gonna be the toughest. So
this one's gonna be tough.
God, I don't even think I can narrow it down to a top three. I mean, there's so many.
I feel like, can we both agree that Scizor is number one? Because I think Scizor is. I think that is just the number one. Like. Because he's one of the number one in general. Like the fact that it's just Johto, I think it just immediately puts him at the top.
I agree. And if you would have disagreed, I would have had to use my "Hey, this is my channel" card and say it has to be. So.
Yeah, Scizor is the best. That's king.
Okay, number one, Scizor. So I think now that we have that out of the way, a top three, I guess, isn't too hard. So for me, I'd say, Heracross.
This is a tough one.
Steelix, and then this is tough. Chuckle. I mean, those are my top three after Scizor.
After Scizor, I would choose Tyranitar, Suicune, and Steelix.
Okay.
So I think that means Steelix is number
next.
two.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Scizor, Steelix, okay. The two metal coats. Okay. I can fully agree with Tyranitar. I mean, that's a great one.
Yeah,
Um,
I like your picks a lot too. I think those are super strong.
okay.
Heracross definitely is. Heracross and Chocolate both are like Pokemon I use and loved.
Mhm.
Um,
But I mean, really, I think let's look at Tyranitar or Heracross. I mean,
yeah, that's a tough one because like Heracross has the advantage with that one.
mhm.
But I also feel like when we got Tyranitar, you have the Sandstream, you have
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
Mega.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's the fences, the attack. I just feel like, I don't want to say, I don't want to speak for everyone when they say like Tyranitar is always on the top of the list, but I feel like Tyranitar is definitely a fan favorite, both competitively, both just in general.
I agree.
Um,
I mean, for
yeah.
me, and even when you're looking at the original games, both of these were extremely hard to get. I mean, you wouldn't get Larvitar until I think Mount Silver, and then there was that whole headbutt fiasco with trying to get a Heracross. So I mean,
Hmm.
it's not even like one was more accessible than the other. I mean, I don't know.
Trying
For
to think.
me, it's still I love bug type, um, and I mean right out of the gate, as soon as you catch Heracross, that's at least more viable than having a Larvitar or even a
Yeah.
Pupitar. Um,
Man, they have the same situation, right? Like
yeah,
they're the because I'm saying the Mega for Tyranitar, but Heracross
Her-
also has a Mega.
great
Like,
Mega, yeah.
and I just remembered he had that reversal move.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, unstoppable.
I mean, like the bug beats the dark and the fighting beats the dark, but the rock beats the butt. So I mean, like it's
They're just a perfect. Oh man, I want to almost flip a coin for this one.
I know. I think we should definitely. They'll have to be super close to each other, whether one that we pick. But I mean,
I'd say
like,
put them together for now, and then we'll decide the rest, and then like that'll be like to finish off the tier list is to have them two be the deciding factor.
okay, I
I think
think
that'd
that's
be
fair.
cool. I think
Um,
we're gonna have to flip a coin for that one.
I agree. And then for Shuckle and Suicune, I mean, I'm fine with Suicune being above Shuckle.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's um,
All right, now we get to these guys.
boy,
I think
I mean,
I
what's a
like
bottom?
Ho-Oh
What's a bottom for you?
over a bottom would
Yeah.
be Riku,
Uh,
Riku, or Skarmory. I
okay.
feel like Skarmory because no, you know what? I think Skarmory because I think Skarmory was on that level like Crobat, like so it makes sense for it to bleed into the S tier
I'm fine with
from A.
that.
I think
Makes
that makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah, I didn't look at the other. Yeah, I would say they were just about the same. So yeah.
Yeah,
Um, and
that's a
then
perfect like bleed. Like that's pretty cool.
honestly, I mean, I'm fine with Raikou being right next to him. I mean, but then I'd say Lugia would come next,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
and then I mean, honestly, I'd put
I would say
Ho-Oh.
Ho-Oh next to Chuckle. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put him right here, and then I mean, just the versatility with Smeargle.
I think that just works right there.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
this Raikou, Skarmory, yeah, and then like I said, I'm gonna have to flip a coin, I suppose.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
If they were in the battle, I think Heracross would win.
yeah,
I just don't see how Tyranitar will win that fight. It's quadruple weakness for fighting as well as double damage for
the
bug.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's just and I don't know. I'm thinking about that reversal. Like I don't think there's any possible way for Tyranitar to survive either a close combat or like Heracross with the Focus Sash reversal. I just feel like
or
I don't know.
or even a
I'm
Mega
thinking
Horn. I mean, it's just, I mean,
a
and
Mega
another
Horn.
thing, I mean, the thing I always loved about Heracross is he has the strongest fighting move. He learns it through level up, close combat, and the strongest bug move through level up, Mega Horn. Tyranitar, I don't know if we can say the same about him. I mean, because what Rock Wrecker I think is the strongest rock, and then I don't even know what the strongest dark move would be.
I think you know what. This might be silly, but I think I'm willing to put Tyranitar next to Suicune because they faced off in the movie.
Okay.
So I'm okay with Heracross. I just see how Heracross beats him in every way.
But I mean,
But
look,
see, that's the thing. Like Heracross, like no one could really beat Tyranitar, and then Heracross is this like perfect matchup.
yeah.
But nobody really uses Heracross, so nobody, you wouldn't really know that. But now,
Well, I want to
you
say
put it together, and
everyone right here shows Heracross is above Tyranitar, but I mean, by a hair. I mean,
yeah,
if you wanted to, we could swip on a bad day or a good day or any other day. We could have said the opposite. We could have said
yeah,
Tyranitar above Heracross. But
yeah.
I mean, what I do know for a fact is Scissor's the best,
So there's King.
and
Look, it's even got
Dunsparce
the
is
red for that S tier.
oh yeah. I mean, nothing can be. And then Dunsparce is horrendous. I mean, so here it
Yeah.
is, everyone. This
This
is
looks
our
like
ranking.
everything.
Yeah, I'm good with this. Are you good with this?
I'm good. I have no complaints.
Awesome. Okay, so everyone, let us know in the comments down below. Do you love Dunsparce? And if so, like, what's wrong with you? And then also, did we do something blasphemous by putting Shuckle as 6th place? Or, because, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are going to be a little weirded out about Shuckle. I know a lot of Shuckle haters. It's so weird.
The amazing thing about Pokemon is that every single Pokemon is someone's favorite. I think that's just such an amazing thing. And I'm sure there's a lot of you guys who are watching and are going to see your favorite at the bottom. I apologize.
I don't.
Apologize,
They're objectively F tier. I mean, come on.
they're babies though.
Yeah.
But let us know down below though. What is your favorite and why?
Yeah, exactly. But again, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And this was a great start to our friendship. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. This is fun.
so I'm going to definitely have to have you come back on and we can talk Pokemon or Pikmin. I mean, Pikmin any day. I mean, there's only, like around 10 Pikmin, but Pikmin tier list, I mean, we all know Yellow Pikmin's the best. So a little identity crisis, but still, I think the best one. But again,
That'd be a fun tier list.
I think so too. But thank you again so much for coming on, and let everyone know where they can find you.
Oh, so my channel is NintenCisco. I'm pretty sure you'll link it down.
Oh yeah.
Put a card.
Oh yeah.
I do all things Nintendo. I tend to do like topics or like blogs. I really love Metroid and Pikmin, and Pokemon as well. So I'll do content mainly for those three. I'm part of a group called N10 Nintendo Community, N10, and we're just like a group of YouTubers who like are growing a community. We work together. We do a lot of collabs, and we're always looking for people to collab with and to hang out with. We love other content creators, and if you guys want to, if you guys are like, oh man, like I want to grow my stuff, but I don't really have anywhere to post my stuff. We have like a promotion center. We have a big community. Just come hang out, and that's where we all like to hang out in VC and stuff. And yeah.
That sounds awesome. I might have to start posting more Nintendo content.
Well, it doesn't even have to be Nintendo. I'll just invite you to that server, and once you're in, just
Hey, cool, man.
Lots of people you can meet. It's really great.
Awesome. Okay, well, yeah, check out NintenCisco, and again, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you all so much for watching, and have a fantastic day.
Bye.